I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you! Arigato! Alright, let's watch it. Here we go, our favorite here.
We've been calling it the Indiana Jones Trilogy, but now it's the last day when we could actually call it that. Now,
How was it? How was it, chat? I haven't seen it. How was it? で、これどうだったの評判は。How was it? インディアナ・ジョーンズ4作目どうなったんだろう。It was bad! マジかよ。Stop the video. そうなんだ。What about the game? I know there was like a newest Indiana Jones game. How was that? ゲームはゲーム。新しいのですよね。There was a new one, right? The game is great. Oh, really? Maybe I should try it one day. Ne. The new game is very good. Ooh, I should try it, I guess. Thank you! Excited about the fourth movie. And then, according to chat, it was bad? Oh no.
Lost Ark on Atari 2600.
Oh no.
The first thing that happens, you see Indiana Jones descending from some kind of escalator, and then nothing.
Wait a minute, that's his hat? これがさ、インディアナ・ジョーンズの帽子かな? I assume that's a hat, I guess? That's so small!
Try every button, and by every button I mean one. You rock the joystick all around, you flick every possible switch, and nothing happens. Is the game broken, or did I already find the Ark, and that's the end of the game? Pretty easy, I must say. But guess what? You're supposed to plug the controller into the second port. Now the game begins and you can move Indy.
What?
Yeah, isn't that weird? But even more fucked up, you need 2 controllers to play the game.
What?
Controller 1 selects items with the joystick and drops items with the button. Controller 2 moves Indy with the joystick and uses items with the button. Once you figure that out, you think you're all set, but no, the confusion has only begun.
What?
You wander around the marketplace. That's what it is, but you never know that unless you read about it. You collect items from baskets. Now, let me show you. This is the gun. Makes sense, right? You see the little bullet flying out?
Okay.
Now, let me show you the whip.
This
is the whip. It's the same as the gun, just a shorter range.
I see the bullet going... That's a whip? It's not even a string. It's just like a little ball pops out. What?
Why is it just a dot? I know the graphics on the Atari are limited, but don't tell me you can't draw a line. So after leaving this innocent marketplace, you end up falling. And then there's some tall, crazy guy in black chasing you around. Who is he? What is he? Is he from the movie? Could it be him?
I
don't know. But you walk all the way to the bottom with this guy pestering you only to find a dead end. So you go all the way back up to the top, which just brings you back to the marketplace. There's nowhere left to go but back up where you started. But there's snakes on the edge of the screen just waiting for you. So it's impossible to go up without getting killed. Fucking snakes, I hate them. But here's what you can do.
Wait, that was Snake? I saw that's like thunder or something. Or just like some noise or something. これ Snake? 蛇だったんだ。蛇だったのノイズかなんかと思ってたよ。
Go to the merchant, select the bag of gold, and drop it, which exchanges it for the flute. When you have the flute selected, it plays a tune which keeps the snakes from killing you. That's a lot of faith to put in the gamer for you to know that this is a merchant, that's a bag of gold.
Wait, that's a merchant?
That's a lot of faith to put in the gamer for you to know that this is a merchant.
That's a Do they talk? Can he talk to them or something or not? Do they have a dialogue in this time? この時代ってさ、セリフとかないの? No. My goodness, how the heck you figure it out?
Merchant, that's a bag of gold, that's a flute, and you use it to keep snakes away.
Flute?
But anyway, you'll find that you can't go anywhere beyond these 3 screens. You'll explore every last corner and exhaust every possibility of where you're supposed to go. But guess what? See this thing? That's a grenade. You put the grenade
next to... I saw that's a harp or something. What? That's a grenade?
The right-hand wall, you leave the screen, then you come back, and there's a nice big hole in the wall.
What?
Okay, first of all...
How the heck you figure it out? It's like, if you hit this wall for like 300 times, the wall will be gone, and there's a like hidden passage will appear. like in Elden Ring or something. That kind of level of crazy. Like, how the heck people figure it out about this?
You'd have to know how to use the grenade. You can't drop it like we did with the bag of gold. You got to use the right controller. Otherwise, the bomb just goes away and nothing happens.
What?
So dropping it isn't the same as activating it. But besides, how would you know to bomb a hole in the wall? Even in a Zelda game, there's usually some sort of clue. But
yeah, they have like a crack or some kind of sign on the wall. But like this one, nothing. Nothing!
here, there's nothing.
Right?
So you go through the caves, you collect all kinds of weird items, you can't even tell what they are. You end up in some...
Alright, let me say. I'm pretty sure that's a dynamite. So this is like the red pot, and this is like a way you put the fire on. I think I'll go with a laptop! Okay, it could be a laptop. Okay, laptop or dynamite.
So you go through the caves, you collect all kinds of weird items, you can't even tell what they are. You end up in some sort of trap. You have to whip your way through the walls, which is easier said than
whip?
done. And then you come out
Not
and
even
then
a
you
gun,
find that
a
you
whip?
can't touch the walls in this room. If even a
What's
single
that?
pixel of your body comes in contact with
What's that?
any of these walls, it sends you back in the trap. But still, where do you go?
I
You're
have no
supposed
idea.
to touch this one spot on the wall, which leads you to the next room. Well, after no...
Wait a minute. Why the heck, when you destroy this part of the wall, this one get destroyed too? Why is it... What? なんでここ壊すとここも壊れんの? It's like a mirror! Ha! It's like mirrored!
Knowing that you can't touch anything else in the room, why the fuck would you even consider trying to go through the wall?
Right?
Is there ever
What?
such a thing as a door? Also, in order to access certain parts of the game, it depends on how you move to the next screen.
What do you
Here,
mean?
we've already seen that when you go down like normal, you fall and end up in this weird place they call the Valley of Poison. But if you gently, carefully just ease your way down, it takes you to a whole different screen.
Oh! What the? How the heck だよ?
Then there's a weird treasure room where you have to keep swapping items. You leave the room, you come back into the room, you drop this, pick up that, swap this, exchange that, till finally you get all the items you need. Of course, each item is just trial and error to figure out what they do and where in the game you use them. Like the hourglass or the ankh. You use them to summon a little dot that bounces around. It's supposed to be a grappling hook. You hit the right controller button and time it when the dot goes over an island. Then you'll appear on that island. You'd expect Indiana Jones to use a whip to swing across, but not an hourglass that turns into a grappling hook. By this point, I also really have to say, using two controllers is a pain in the ass. Unless you're Goro. I'd recommend 2 sets of hands or 2 players. Then you get to this part where you need to stand in a certain place for this map to appear. Ooh, like in the movie.
What?
You need to select the key to enter. You need the clock to tell you when the sun is rising. You need the medallion so the sun can shine at the right time and mark the spot on the map where you have to find a shovel to dig for the ark.
What?
Wow. How complicated can it be for an Atari game? Let alone that this is one of the few Atari games that you can actually beat.
I saw Atari is all about like ping pong or stuff like that. Yeah, it's complicated, but it's like impossible to beat it without any explanation.
Whereas most of them are just about trying to get a high score. And
Based off the second
Okay, this
movie,
is a lot.
Indiana Jones and the
Cool.
Temple of Doom was an arcade game which was ported to many home computers before
Oh.
eventually arriving on the Nintendo
Which console is that? これ何のコンソール?
Entertainment System. There were 2 versions.
Wait a minute, what console is that?
Many home computers before eventually arriving on the
That's a Famicom? あ、ファミコンなんだ。あ、NES? Oh.
Nintendo Entertainment System. There were 2 versions, an unlicensed black cartridge by Tengen.
Wait, what is the meaning of unlicensed? ライセンスのないってどういうこと? What is the like meaning of unlicensed? What does that mean? Not official? Eh? Who made it then? Wait, what? Not official, unofficial, no proof? え、そうなの勝手に作っちゃったってこと? So someone decided to go like, oh, I'm gonna make an Indiana Jones like that. Hi. Some random guy made it. じゃあ誰かが思い立って作ったってこと? Oh, okay, got it. Thank you.
And an official release by Mindscape, although both versions are the same game. The game begins, Indy walks from one cave to the next, and what's going on here? What the hell? Oh no, not this again. Oh, it's Select. It's one of those games where Select is Start. Now, what's up with Indiana Jones? He looks like a park ranger, and he walks like he just dumped ass. Alright, so basically you're just going around rescuing little kids.
Okay.
See, here's a little kid, you get the little kid, and then they get the sword, and oh my god, another sword. Oh, another sword. Oh my god, this little cave here is awfully generous. All through the game, you keep finding swords and guns and stuff, but the big question is, what do you do with them? The start button brings up this screen which shows your supply, but how do you select your weapons? You try every button and nothing works. So what's the point of this screen? Nothing. It's just for shits and giggles. Oh well, we're having fun with our whip in the meantime, but then you find that your whip is pretty useless. You can use it to swing around and kill small insects, but any of the regular bad guys, it only makes them jitter around and grunt.
Oh, it looks like it gives them like 50 damage.
Whip it.
Come on, this is ridiculous. By now you're wondering, where the fuck are my weapons? Well, here's how it works.
They had a knife,
you hold
right?
the select button while pressing. It's impossible when you're in a tight situation and have to switch real fast.
What?
There's no way to pause the game and then switch weapons. You have to do it during the action. If you're on a conveyor belt, there's no way you're gonna mess around unless you want to fall off and die. That's my biggest gripe with this game. I've never heard of such a back-ass, dim-witted, idiotic, lame-brained way to switch weapons. But at least you only use one controller. There's also a serious problem.
Wait a minute. I saw like I'm looking down these characters, but like you can fall? 待って、これ俯瞰で見てると思ったら違うの?
Going on with the jumping. Whenever you jump, you gravitate towards the bottom of the screen. You're constantly fighting against it with the D-pad.
My
At
gosh.
first, I didn't understand what was going on, but now I kind of see what they were trying to do. The cliffs, the platforms, the conveyor belts, everything's descending as you go down. Like
what?
Like you're on the side of a mountain. So whenever you jump, naturally you drop. But you're sort of looking at it from a bird's eye perspective. But no, wait. Are these doors actually just rectangular holes in the ground? Is Indiana Jones walking or is he crawling?
Might be crawling? I don't know. Calculating だよ.
I don't have a fucking clue. It's like they couldn't decide if they were making a 3D or a 2D platformer. So what you get is like a hybrid. Anyway, the big problem is figuring out where you're supposed to go. Some call it a platformer game, some call it an adventure game. I classify it as a where the fuck do I go kind of game. Yeah, one of those. It's dreadful. All you do is jump around. You go indoors and you jump around some more. You jump around, you jump around. The stages don't really progress much. Everything looks the same. It almost seems like I'm doing laps. But wait. Yeah. How did I get here again? You want to know why? Because the damn stages cycle over and over again. Let me draw it out. It's like, okay, here's the stage, you know, all the cliffs, the doors, lava pits, all that bullshit. Anyway, for example, if you go all the way down here, you don't hit a wall or any kind of boundary. You just come out up here, but without any indication that you've done so. What kind of bullshit is that? Everything looks the same anyway, so it only makes an already confusing game even more confusing. Who would want to play this? I'd rather drink buffalo shiz. It's a combination of shit and jizz. Yeah, that's foul. I apologize. You know, there's a major paradox going on here. If you keep jumping down, you're basically coming out the top again. Yeah, you follow? It's kind of like a never-ending staircase. Even Einstein would be baffled by how this game breaks the laws of physics. Just the fact that this game was made the way it is, it's a shit stain on the fabric of nature. Another thing I hate is whenever you get hit, usually by a stupid bat or something, you end up going apeshit like Indy's having a seizure or something. It stuns you for a few seconds, but if it happens on a conveyor belt, you're fucked. You're going over the edge. How did I die? Look at this. I jump down, I land on the conveyor belt, and I'm dead.
I feel like this kind of stuff happened to old games all the time because this kind of stuff happened to me when I was playing Mega Man as well. I clearly jumped on the platform, but still I died. And when I look back with my VOD, I clearly jumping on a platform, not even to edge, actually center of the platform, and I still get damaged and I died. And like, what the fuck?
You mean from sticking my toe in the very, very, very edge of this lava pit? Fuck! Try again. Kiss my ass! I hate this game! It's fucking horrible! Next up, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is another strange case. It was originally released by Taito, but then came a completely different version by Ubisoft. Did we really need 2 games based on the same movie on the same console? Especially when the later ones...
Two same games? Two same games?
Steaming pile of pig shit.
の?
How bad is it? Well, let's begin with the first thing you see, the graphics. While the animation is pretty decent on Indy, why is there this choppy outline around his body? And where's the color?
Yeah,
Everything's
why?
in monochrome. It's like...
You know, this kind of reminds me. When I do collab with somebody, sometimes I ask them, "Hey, can I get your like a cactus PNG or something? I want to use it for my my thumbnail or something." And then most of the time it's no problem. But like sometimes when people give me with like there's a character on the image